This week's crypto news updates is going to be a little light because there was only a few things that have happened that are worth reporting. And the first one is that Visa is getting into crypto and even more. And it's huge news. I'll tell you in a second. Citibank is using a private blockchain technology calling they're tokenizing people's deposits. So if you have an account at Citibank, they'll tokenize your deposits. That's cool. I'll tell you a little more about that. And I also have a clip of a video to share with you because I think it's literally the best way to explain to somebody what is cryptocurrency, what is Bitcoin. All right, welcome back to How About That Crypto, your weekly news and updates. And I am your host, Bitcoin Stylist. And I guess I need to change that logo in the background to be an X. All right, I'm going to share my screen and get right in. If you're listening on podcast, you can use the links below to do your own research. Okay, let's do this. All right. So what you're looking at right now is an article on Forbes magazine, and let's see, we can do this. And it's titled, "A Huge Deal. Visa Reveals Crypto Payments Bombshell That Could Cause Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin, Solana, Tron." Jeez, what kind of this is like one of those titles that AI probably wrote so that they can get maximum distribution with SEO. Anyway, point is, Visa reveals a crypto payments bombshell, and it goes on to say that, let's see, payments giant Visa has said it will ramp up its use of Circle's USDC stablecoin on its network, potentially opening the door to future Bitcoin and crypto expansions. So that makes a lot of sense. Why wouldn't they? So basically, they're going to sounds like they could have just adopted USDC and use that to send payments around. So you would still be able to use you swipe your card as a consumer, and you don't even know that crypto is being used or blockchain technology is being used. And these are open, permissionless systems, USDC on its network. So what does that mean actually? Is it permissioned or is it permissionless? Because the way it's written is Visa has said it'll ramp up its use of Circle's USDC on its network. So I'm going to keep moving forward. So we know that they have opened it up onto Ethereum, USDC on Ethereum, but it also says Solana offers solutions to banking's bizarre inefficiencies. And this is an article on Blockworks, and they talk about Visa's recent expansion of stablecoin settlements to Solana is good for all of crypto. So just kind of like add on to what I was saying earlier, is this going to be a private blockchain? Well, based on the news that I've read, it's going to be on the Ethereum blockchain and on Solana. And it's funny because Solana used to be called the Visa of crypto. But Visa acknowledges in this article that there are a lot of inefficiencies and its lower transaction fees, and its finality of transactions. So that's a really big deal. Mass adoption, keep it coming. All right, now here's another really interesting thing. This is a press release from Citigroup. It says Citi develops new digital asset capabilities for institutional clients. It says Citi Treasury and Trade Solutions announced the creation of a piloting of Citi token services for cash management and trade finance. The service uses blockchain and smart contract technologies to deliver digital asset solutions for institutional clients. Citi Token Services will integrate tokenized deposits and smart contracts into Citi's global network, upgrading core cash management and trade finance capabilities. So really the only thing I really cared about, and I mean, this is cool, they're using blockchain technology and tokenizing, but how does it benefit me, the investor and crypto enthusiast? Well, it says that this is a private permissioned blockchain. Technology is used and owned and managed by Citi, and clients will not be required to host a blockchain node. So that means that this is an internal blockchain, just like JP Morgan has an internal blockchain too. The question is, are these blockchains going to connect to public blockchains. You know, one of the theories of what the future looks like is you have a bunch of companies that have internal blockchains that connect to like private blockchains that connect to public blockchains. So we got to keep our eyes on this. As I've mentioned so many times before, that my opinion is, and this is not financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor, but following this industry for as long as I have and watching and consuming as much information on this stuff as I do, I'm going to say that my prediction is that Bitcoin and crypto in general still has a risk to a downside. I don't just accept the halving is going to cause Bitcoin to go up. I do not believe that crypto will behave the same way it's behaved in the past, because we are in a new environment that crypto has never experienced, and that is a risk-off environment. That is a QT environment. As long as interest rates stay high, I think it's going to be difficult to see the type of rallies that we're used to seeing, because are people really going to want to spend as much money to borrow to trade with leverage? And that's really how we get those rallies. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. But that's the news. I hope you like it. And this is just an extra little clip here at the end I really want to share with you. So listen up. And if you want to know more about this, just use the links in the description below to check this out. But if you ever were wondering, how do you explain Bitcoin or crypto or blockchain to your family, your loved ones, etc., like, are they going to be able to understand like why this is so important? Well, check this out, listen to this, take some notes. All right, have a good one.
For the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is Peter Van Valkenburg, and I'm the Director of Research at Coin Center, an independent nonprofit focused on the public policy issues affecting cryptocurrency and public blockchain networks. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the world's first cryptocurrency, and it works because of the world's first public blockchain network. What does Bitcoin do? It's simple. It lets you send and receive value to and from anyone in the world using nothing more than a computer and an internet connection. Now, why is it revolutionary? Because unlike every other tool for sending money over the internet, it works without the need to trust a middleman. The lack of any corporation in between means that Bitcoin is the world's first public digital payments infrastructure. And by public, I simply mean available to all and not owned by any single entity. Now, we have public infrastructure for information, for websites, for email. It's called the internet. But the only public payments infrastructure that we have is cash, as in paper money. And it only works in face-to-face transactions. Before Bitcoin, if you wanted to pay someone remotely over the phone or the internet, then you could not use public infrastructure. You would rely.
Why are you not investing in tax liens? No, seriously.
1 second.
Why are you not investing into one of the most incredible
on a private bank to open their books and add a ledger entry that debits you and credits the person you're paying? And if you both don't use the same bank, well, then there'll be multiple banks and multiple ledger entries in between. With Bitcoin, the ledger is the public blockchain, and anyone can add an entry to that ledger, transferring their Bitcoins to someone else. And anyone, regardless of their nationality, race, religion, gender, sex, or creditworthiness, can for absolutely no cost create a Bitcoin address in order to receive payments digitally. Bitcoin is the world's first globally accessible public money. Is it perfect? No. Neither was email when it was invented in 1972. Bitcoin's not the best money on every margin. It's not yet accepted everywhere. It's not used often to quote prices, and it's not always a stable store of value. but it is working. And the mere fact that it works without trusted intermediaries is amazing. It's a computer science breakthrough, and it will be as significant for freedom, prosperity, and human flourishing as the birth of the internet. And Bitcoin is just the beginning. If we can replace private payments infrastructure, then we can replace other private choke points to human interaction as well. Now, why should we want to build more public infrastructure? Why should we embrace blockchains over corporate intermediaries? Why should we tolerate their inefficiencies and work to make them better? Why should we want the pioneers of this technology here in the United States and not fleeing overseas? A simple reason. Because the corporate intermediaries providing today's critical but privately owned infrastructure are becoming fewer, larger, and more powerful, and their failures are increasingly grave. So roughly half of all Americans, 143 million people, had their Social Security numbers exposed to hackers because of a breach at Equifax. The SWIFT network has relayed hundreds of millions of dollars in fraudulent transactions because of hacked member banks in Bangladesh, Vietnam, Ecuador, and Russia. The FBI suspects now that the largest of these hacks was perpetrated by North Korea. Corrupt, low-level employees at an Indian bank, Punjab National, were able to fraudulently certify SWIFT messages stealing $1.8 billion. It's the largest electronic bank robbery in history. In fact, it's the largest bank robbery in history. In October 2016, an estimated 1.2 million internet-connected devices were hacked and turned into a botnet that for several hours made prominent websites unavailable across Europe and North America, including CNN and Fox News, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal. Increasingly, physical machines are being connected to the internet to augment their capabilities. They're wired through servers that are owned and maintained by.
So he keeps going on, and you can use the link below to check out. That's Altcoin Daily. They put out videos every single day. If you have the time to consume that information like I do, then you should check it out. But otherwise, yeah, that's the news. Tell me what you think. Let me know. Leave a comment below. We got some pretty cool and exciting developments happening with Visa moving in, starting to use USDC for payments. Both on Ethereum and on Solana. That's pretty cool. Citigroup is now piloting to create their own private blockchain. So let's see if that connects. And we're still waiting to hear about a spot Bitcoin ETF. We're still waiting to hear when inflation is going to stop going up and get more under control. And so until then, have a good one. Hodl on.